Alright, so we are doing Monster Hunter Freedom Unites. This is a 3-star quest, number 8. Hunt down the Velocidrome. And the quest description is, it seems that whenever my wife goes to pick mushrooms in the jungle, a large carnivore appears. There's no way I can let her go pick mushrooms now. Please make the jungle safe again. I think that is a very valid reason to want somebody to hunt these guys. See, that's what I'm saying. You know, the Great Jaggy, it's like, oh, he's walking around looking funny. And then this guy's like, oh yeah, there's a Velocidrome that literally might eat my wife. Now, that's a valid reason to call some hunters. Oh, something definitely happened. Here's what I'm going to do. Let me go ahead and run through this quest real quick, because it's just a Velocidrome. And then I'll try restarting the, I'll try to re-enter the hub. I'll be honest, I understand that Velocidrome is kind of like the sort of introductory monster when it comes to playing Monster Hunter, but I was always sad they never did more in it. Not more in it, but more with it. So if you look at Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate, Velocidrome in that game is a lot more engaging, and I guess Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate, but Velocidrome in those games is a lot more engaging, and I really like that. But then you have, it's just the fact they never really add on to it. I mean, you have the Gendrome and the Iodrome, but those is just like a status buff. So, yeah, you know, I like Velocidrome, but I'm so disappointed because I feel like he just gets treated dirty. I feel like they could have done so much more with him, especially if they would have brought Velocidrome to Monster Hunter Rise. I mean, they brought the Velociprey, and if you look at something like, you know, the Great Azuchi or something like that, or the, you know, obviously the Roggen, the Baggy, the Jaggy, and all that stuff. Yeah, they could have done so much more than they just didn't. And I think Velocidrome kind of taken a sort of... Oh, God, playing with one hand is so weird. But having Velocidrome take on the sort of Great Jaggy role where he, like, commands the Velociprey and gives them orders and stuff, I think that would be, like, a really cool and valid way to, like, tweak him. Although I probably should have got the Psycho Serum. I completely forgot that this dude just runs around everywhere. And he never stays in the same place very long. I think if I stay here, I might actually run across him, but I'm not 100% sure. Anyway, I'm gonna come up here and see if I can, like, catch him in area 3 or 4 or something. Oh, hello? Alright, I guess that's a thing then. I'm trying to remember, like, it's circle, right? I thought I was pressing circle, because yeah, there's circle, but it doesn't seem to want to work well. Let's try it again. Circle. There we go. Maybe I was pressing triangle instead of circle. Although, there are Bullfango here. I almost said Bulldrum. There are Bullfango here, so that's definitely going to make it a lot more difficult to deal with. If I remember correctly, though, Velocidrome, it's probably not here. I think it goes between, like, 8... Oh, wrong button. I think it goes between, like, 8, 3, and, like, 1 or 2 of the other areas. Honestly, I probably should just wait for him in the cave system, but I'm impatient. I think I'm gonna go ahead and wait for him. I'm gonna risk it. I'll just sit here and I will wait for the Velocidrome, and hopefully he shows up. I could probably also use this time to grind the Hornitars and the Vespoid. Wait, Vespoid? Yeah, Vespoid. Although I'm not sure why I would in this game. There's just so many armor sets. If I remember correctly, Monster Hunter Freedom Unite has over 1,000 pieces of armor. And if there's 5 parts for every... You know, if there's like 5 pieces for every part of your body, like a full armor set, like obviously they're not all full armor sets, but still, over 1,000 pieces split over 5, that is insane. That is at least like 200 to 300 sets of armor. Although, I am hearing something that sounds like the Velocidrome. Hey there, big fella. And now, we'll just do this. Blink. Oh, wait, can you not... Oh, right, it's Gen 2. You can't, like, just infinitely stun lock him anymore. I forgot about that. It's only a Gen 1 thing. Oh, and Frontier. I think it's funny that you can stun lock him in Frontier, but not in Freedom Unite. Because they are both Gen 2. Oh, and Dose. I forgot about that. But if I remember correctly, I also think Freedom Unite came out after Frontier. So they probably already had it patched out and planned to have it patched out. They just didn't get to it until after Frontier. But that's what I was saying, like, even that little change right there, it does make him a more formidable enemy, and something you actually have to, like, fight against instead of just bully into a corner. Because, you know, since he can't get stun locked with every single attack, he can actually do some damage to you and tank through some hits. And obviously, you can do that a lot less efficiently than he can. I mean, obviously he's still easy to launch, and he's just an easy monster because he's like the first one. But he's just a lot more difficult because every attack doesn't stun lock him. If I remember correctly, though, I think the LR3 is supposed to take on the Velocidrome role in this game, though, and then Velocidrome's like second to that. Kind of more of like a supporting role instead of like the first monster you're supposed to fight. At least I don't remember there being any cutscenes of him in this game, like the LR3. Yeesh, he does do a respectable amount of damage. Like, I'm at the 5-star missions, and he's still doing this much damage, so... Yeah, he's not somebody you can just blow past without having really good gear. Or, you know, higher-end gear. I have a Rathalos Sword and Shield, but the first level of this weapon has always been kind of dog-water. But at this point, I'm just running around because I was trying to memorize my buttons. Like I said, using this controller keyboard thing, it's just really weird because you have to relearn how to play games. And I actually didn't mean to do that. They're a little bit, I do have them a little bit sensitive. I might have to tighten them up. I do like he's just repeatedly taunting. Like, when he's just standing there doing that little head tilt, he's just kind of repeatedly taunting. Now to think about it, is there a game where Velocidrome and the Great Jaggy are in the same roster? Because I know there's a couple that has both Jaggy and Velocidrome, but not the Great Jaggy and Velocidrome. And now that I think about it, dude, imagine a turf war between those two guys. That actually got pretty hard. Yeah, I should have expected that. That's pretty easy. I think it's the back button. Yeah, it's the back button in this game that skips the cutscene. But dude, a turf war between like a Velocidrome with its little minions and a Great Jaggy with the Jaggies. Oh, well, I'll just get rid of those. That would actually go so hard. All right, back to it.